Fall is my favorite season, and it is the best time of year for fall drives. A lot of the leaves up in the mountains in southern Utah are at peak color. So here's a guide for planning the best fall leaf drive around southern Utah. The first one starts around Virgin. You're going to head up Kolob Terrace Road. It starts right here, and as you can see at the base of the trail, the leaves are all still green. They haven't started changing yet, but that's going to change the further up the canyon we go. So down into Virgin, turn onto Kolob Terrace Road and start heading up towards these beautiful mountains right here. The road is pretty windy, pretty steep, but a normal, any car should be able to make it up there. You're going to drive through some beautiful fields. The road is pretty straightforward. Like I said, it is windy, though. Remember to slow down and watch for livestock. There are plenty of cows and sheep and stuff along the road. You're going to get up here. Some of the rabbit brush has started to bloom. It's this beautiful kind of golden yellow color. You'll see a lot of that. That comes in the fall, but no fall leaves yet. You're going to enter into Zion National Park for part of this drive and get some really stellar views along the way. Even before you start seeing the leaves, the drive is still just gorgeous. Really, really beautiful this time of year. You're going to get to the Kolob Mountain community up near at the top. It's just kind of a small little cabin town, and this is where you're really going to start to see some leaves changing. You can see some of these aspens start to turn off in the background. Again, it's a really beautiful drive. You're going to hit Kolob Reservoir. Just follow the signs for Cedar City, and remember to, I think it's a right turn. There's some really beautiful leaves around here too, around the edges. And the further up the canyon you go, the more there will be. This is where the road switches from paved to dirt, though, and you probably could make it in a sedan, but your best bet is to take something like an SUV or a truck. There's also a lot of sheep along the way, so just watch out because they do like to dart in front of cars sometimes, so don't go too fast along the way. This drive is also really beautiful. This is where the leaves really start to pop. Just gold and orange all over the place. Plan plenty of time to stop, to get out and take pictures. It's really quite the trip. You're going to be driving on a dirt road for almost this whole rest of the trip. It doesn't ever get that dicey, but you just want to be careful just in case. This is why you call them the quaking aspens. You can see some of the leaves fluttering in the wind. I was here around 5 or 6 p.m. golden hour, which in my opinion is the best time to go. So if you keep following the road, eventually it'll spit you out on the other side, right up by the sea trailhead near Cedar City, actually. And then that just takes you right down into Cedar Canyon, driving on Right-Hand Canyon Road. You can see some good views of Cedar City from the top. Again, just a really nice drive. The next part is kind of a detour off I-15. You're going to turn off at Beaver and head up Beaver Canyon towards Eagle Point Ski Resort. Again, at the very base of the trail, you're not going to see much, just some rabbit brush and a few leaves starting to turn here and there. But the further up you go, again, the better and better the leaves get. The speed limit's pretty low here, which is another good thing because the road is narrow and very steep, but the payoff is absolutely worth it. Again, there's not very many places to turn off. I tried to get as much footage as I could, but I didn't want to get everything to save the best views for you to find on your own. The colors up here are really magnificent. You want to catch them soon before, the leaves all start to drop off. I mean, look at that. It's incredible. This road, once you get up to Eagle Point, the road switches to being all dirt. I made the mistake of trying to drive it with only about a quarter tank of gas in my car, and I almost ran out. So you're going to want to have a full tank to get up and through this pass. The road gets... this road is a lot rougher than the one across Cedar Mountain. You're definitely going to want an SUV or a truck because at some points it gets pretty bumpy, pretty rough. The whole thing took me a couple hours. I was stopping a lot to get video. There's some beautiful turnoffs on the way, like these lakes. Lots of places to pull out and take pictures. Again, I'd plan, a whole afternoon to go and do this. You're going to want as much time as you can have. When you come out on the other side, it'll spit you out in a little town called Junction, which leads to Circleville, and then Pink, which is right there, but you can take a pass through the mountains and connect right back to I-15. But we do live in a beautiful place. It is peak fall leaf color season, especially high up in those mountains. So go out and get those pictures, do those fall drives while you can. Reporting for Red Rock Now, I'm Joe Carson.